Yes, welcome dear students. As you know that in these days we are dealing with the breeding methods in cell-pollinated crops, where we have reached to the pedigree method. In pedigree method, now come to the, we have already discussed many things, how to prepare the pedigree record and other things. Now in this part, I will be dealing the procedure of the pedigree method, which is the most important method in cell-pollinated crops. So try to have the things, whatever I am dealing, in most sincere way, so that you can apply this thing in your practical life while you are going to breed any new variety in cell-pollinated crops. So this is going to give you entirely a new variety, because transcriptive segregants, whatever you are getting, that is the new type. So you are going to exploit the transcriptive segregants. So what are the things what you are going to do with that? First of all, you have to be very sure that what is your objective according to your area, according to your state, according to your region, according to your zone, according to your country. So you have to have your clear-cut objective, and accordingly you have to select the parents to be crossed, hoping that you are going to get transcriptive segregants after hybridization between these two parents as per your objective. So here I will be explaining a little real story. When I had been in Birsa Agriculture University, I joined as assistant professor. Before that, I had been research associate in Banaras Hindu University. Then I joined as assistant professor cum scientist in plant breeding and genetics at Birsa Agriculture University, Ranchi in 1990. Since then, I started breeding. First, I started breeding in mustard, and I released mustard variety which could not be replaced, which was released in 2005, and still could not be replaced by another variety which I left in Jharkhand. So during when I joined in 1990, it was Bihar, South Bihar. It was not Jharkhand. What is that story? During those days, IR36, the variety introduced from Philippines, IRI Philippines, International Rice Research Institute, Philippines, IR36 was very popular, the highest yielding in South Bihar, which was South Bihar earlier, which is nowadays Jharkhand. So that was very popular. Here you can see this one, highest yielding and very popular during those in 1990, 93, 94, 95. And there was another variety, BR40, Bihar rice 40, which was aromatic, slender grain type, and very good in cooking qualities and very popular among the farmers, but it was very low yielder in those days. So in our rice project, there were two projects, ECRIP rice, All India Coordinated Research Project on rice, and state plan, both. So we had to separate section. I was dealing with the ECRIP rice as a project in charge. I took over the charge of ECRIP rice, BAU Ranchi in 97. And during those days, other scientists took over the charge of state plan rice. So there we were having a technical man who was very experienced and very old person. He was Mr. S.K. Sinha. So he was very experienced. How he was very experienced? 6 months he was staying in Ranchi for growing the crops. And for 6 months we were sending him to CRRI Cuttack. So many rice scientists were, international rice scientists were coming to CRRI Cuttack from Philippines also. So he was interacting. For many years he worked. And he was bachelor. He didn't marry. We used to say him that he has married with rice. So he was a Bengali fellow, S.K. Sinha, Mr. S.K. Sinha. He was very experienced. He said to us that, sir, I am willing that can't we have a variety which can yield maybe equal to IR 36 and in cooking quality like BR 40, which is very popular among the farmers for cooking quality and aromatic and fine rice. So can we do it? Because it is very demanding, but farmers say that its yield is very poor. So can we do something to get high yield and good cooking quality with aroma? So we said that you are a very experienced person, let us move with that. So we planned to make crosses. So it was probably 95, 96 or 97 which we started making crosses between these two. So we had been very clear with our objective that high yield with good cooking quality with aroma. So 2 parents you have to take. The highest yielding by those days, IR 36 we took as a female, and we took this BR 40 as male. We have emasculated the IR 36 as emasculation in rice. We have already dealt that, how do the emasculation, and we pollinated, you know the pollination also in rice, and we pollinated from this pollen grain. Maybe one panicle is enough for transgressive breeding. You have made the crosses. Likewise, several, as per your different objectives, you are making several crosses. So you have made the crosses, maybe 1 panicle, 2 panicles, no problem. So see, 10 to 30 seeds are enough per cross. There is no problem. So you can see that here I have written already, selected parents are planted in crossing block and crosses made. Then 10 to 30 or more hybrid seeds harvested. Whatever seeds you have got from this panicle, which was pollinated by this, you have harvested it in bulk, no problem. So 10 to 30 seeds you have got. Then you come to, this was first year. Then you come to second year or second season, whatever you can say. Why we say second year or second season? If you are able to have only one crop in 1 year, so it will take total 1 year. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. But if you are able to have possibilities to grow the crop in 2 seasons, so you have reduced the number of years. So we used to send that material, since he was every time 6 months he was growing here, and then he was taking material to advance the material in CRRI Cuttack, where in Rabi also rice is grown in that area. In Jharkhand, in Bihar, in Uttar Pradesh, Rabi rice is not being grown. So we were sending our material to that to reduce the number of years. So you can say second year or second season. So we sent our F1 generation to that CRRI Cuttack. 10 to 30 or more seeds are space planted and harvested in bulk. What you are doing, you are just space planting. Why space planting? Whatever space spacing is recommended for growing the crops, you are little increasing the spacing so that you can get the plants more healthy, more number of tillers, more number of seeds. As you know that in segregating generation you are requiring more seed. So 10 to 30 seeds you have grown in space planting here, and all the plants are harvested and all the seeds are bulk, because in F1 generation all the plants you have seen, I have shown you in my field live plants of these F1 hybrids as well as F2 segregants. So you try to recollect that whatever live examples I have given in the field, you can recollect those things here also. Every time you will be recalling, you have to recall those things here. So you see, in F1 generation there is no variability, so you have harvested, and then you come to third year or third season, that is F2, where segregation is going to occur. So you see here, I'm trying to show you the segregants here. Blue, black, red, all colors I'm showing here. So you are getting, so as I said that as more number of plants you are growing, you are getting more chance of transgressive segregants to occur because of crossing over and translocation. So whatever possible area you are having or accessibility you are having, you grow that number of plants. So generally we are saying you grow 2,000 to 10,000 plants, and those plants are space planted so that they are healthy, as well as for selection also. Space planted means whatever recommendation is there for that particular crop, you little increase the spacing so that your plants are visible, are healthy, you can select them easily, selection can be made easily. So that is there. So 2,000 to 10,000 plants are space planted. You select 100 to 500 superior transgressive segregants and harvest them separately. Here I don't agree with this this number 100 to 500 superior plants. I don't agree here. Again I am saying that if you are having only one which you are requiring, so which we got for this IR36 and BR40. So once you have, here I am not going to explain every time the number of plants selected. Here I will be saying that I am working for only one, with the only one objective. Of course, if you are getting more different types of segregants, transgressive segregants, better. So other than your objective, if you are getting better plants, you can select those. That is why it is written 100 to 500 superior plants. So you have to handle those separately. Means you are going to develop 100 to 500 varieties from single cross. But of course you are not going to do that. You are going to get, maybe if you are selecting different types, you may get 2, 3, 4 varieties from single cross. Apart from your objective, you are getting your objective as well as other than that other types also. So don't lose them also. You select that also, no problem. So but this 100 and 500 superior plants, I don't agree with that. Because whatever transcript segments you are getting, you select them. maybe 10, 20, 30, 40. Select them and harvest them separately. Now you are going to handle these plants separately. So say for example, I'm saying that here maybe you have selected 10 plants, 30 plants, but I'm dealing here that as per my objective I have selected one plant. We had grown around 5,000 plants in F2 generation of this cross. In Ranchi, we had grown it. So what he used to do, we learned a lot from that gentleman. S.K. Sinha was the technician, not breeder, but he was well experienced. So what during selection, he said, sir, at the time of grain filling, just we have to, whatever transgressive segments we are selecting, we are finding, we are going to that plant and we are taking grain and just putting in our mouth just to taste whether this is looking vigorous plant, whether it is having aroma or not. If it is having aroma, then we are successful. So fortunately, he selected one plant in the F2 generation, he got it. Looking higher yielder and with aroma. So that plant was tagged. Other plants are also selected, different types, looking transcriptive segments, but we were, as per our objective, we were very clear with that we will be handling this properly. So we took that plant particularly, harvested it separately, then we grew the progeny row. Say for example, here you in 4th year or 4th season, you can say, once you are growing Ranchi, once you are growing CRR Ikata, once you are coming to Ranchi, then you are going, so you are reducing by half the number of years. So you see that in F3 transgressive segments we received one plant. So if maybe 2, 3, 4 plants if we have received maybe, so one plant progeny is grown here in one row. Here the second plant progeny, third plant progeny, fourth plant progeny you can see here. So you have selected maybe black type, you had not red and blue cross. I'm showing you here you have got black type and you have grown black type here. For what you are finding, you are again getting red type, blue type and black type. You have harvested plant, this seed may be having black type, but when you grew it, the progenies in one row all should be black, but no, there is segregation. Some plants are blue type, some plants are red type, some plants are black type. Here you see. Similarly in these rows also. So what is our objective? If this blue, as I am showing that this black one is the transgressive segregant, giving you the higher yielder plant with aroma. So you are not selecting others here, you are selecting this one, the black one, which is having aroma and good yielding ability. So again here, what you individual plants progenies are space planted. Yeah, space planting you have to keep in your mind whenever selection is going on. You have to have the space planting. Then superior plants selected and harvested separately. In 3rd year, we have whatever plants were grown progeny rows. So as per our objective, you have to be very clear that for what you have selected, you go to that plant only. You remove other plants. You go and tag that, select that, tag that and harvest it separately for growing it the next generation. So this way